Okay, so it just did about 45 minutes in the oven with the light on. And I put a little thermostat thing in there, and it's about 73 degrees in there. So not too warm, but definitely warmer than the rest of the house. So I'm gonna do stretch and folds for this first one, just because it's a little bit easier to handle. But then I'm gonna do my coil folds. I'll show you how I do those too. And I just do this until it kind of doesn't do it anymore, but stretches. Yeah, there's a little bit of, tiny bit of dry flour on the very bottom. Okay, that feels pretty good. I don't think it's gonna do too many more stretches. So I'm gonna put this back in the oven for probably another 45 minutes, and then I'll show you how I do my coil folds. Okay, bye.
You're rolling.
And action. Okay, so I'm gonna do my first coil folds. Can you see the bowl?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna scoop under, make sure your hands are nice and wet. And then we're just gonna kind of pull it up and then make sure it gets all detached from the bowl. So you're kind of folding it under itself. And then you're gonna turn it a quarter. Do it on this side. And the first round you do of this is gonna be the messiest, but it'll get easier. So I'm doing my third side. And then last one. And then as you do this, it kind of helps keep more air inside, because when you stretch and fold, you end up like stretching more of the bubbles out. So this is just a little bit more gentle way. Look, it's already got some nice jiggle. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to put it back in the oven for 45 more minutes, and I'll see you then. Okay, bye. Okay. So I'm just gonna do my coil folds again, so you can see. And you can tell that it's starting to get much more smooth, and it's not really too sticky. Just make my hands nice and wet. And it's coming away from the bowl nicely. Where'd it go? Okay, that's probably good. It's got some good jiggle. It's got some bubbles. So I'll probably do like another 45 minutes and another turn, and then another fold, and then I'll send you another video. Okay, bye. Okay, these are my last coil folds. It looks pretty jiggly. It's getting big. Even with my hands not super wet, it's still not sticking very much, so that's a good sign. See how jiggly? Okay. Now I'm probably gonna give it like maybe 30 more minutes, and then I'm gonna cut it in half, and then I'll show you what I do with the like flattening it out and stuff. Okay, I wasn't gonna show this part, but I thought it'd be good because I have to cut it in half. But I just wanted to show it coming out of the bowl It's usually pretty clean. Shouldn't stick terribly too much. See how clean? I need this. Okay, I'm gonna cut it and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I thought I was recording. I guess I wasn't. So, okay, I cut my dough in half, weighed them out how I wanted them to. This one I've already done. It looks bad right now, but that's not how it's gonna be for long. So I put a tiny bit of water, just spread with my hands on the counter, and the dough doesn't stick. It sticks enough to where I can get it to stretch and stick, but it's not, it's sticking in a way that's okay. Too much stuff on this counter. So I'm kind of just making it pretty flat. You can see through it. Got a hole here, but that's fine. So I just want to, I think this helps with like building more gluten structures or something. I don't know. I've seen some videos where they do this step, and I like how it makes my bread turn out. Okay, so kind of have a rectangle-ish shape and a cat hair. Okay, so just gonna keep my hands wet. So now I'm just gonna kind of fold it into thirds. And then just gonna roll it up. And you can be kind of, I don't want to say rough, but you don't have to worry too much that you're gonna hurt it, because it should be pretty malleable. So I'm gonna let these sit for like 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna shape them how I want them to be in my basket. If I were to say that this was shaped and put it in my basket, it would just kind of blah in the basket, and I don't want that. I want it to have some structure. So I'm gonna cover these with a bowl so they don't get dry, and I'm gonna come back in 20 minutes and shape them. Okay, bye. Okay. It's been, I don't know, more than 20 minutes, I think. So now I'm gonna do my shaping, and you can flour your surface for this part. Grab my dough. And I have my baskets really well floured with rice flour. So you can see how it's not stretching as much because it has some pretty good structure. Kind of make it rectangular-ish. It's pretty tight. Okay, so there's different ways you can do this, but this is what I did. Up a third, over again, and take the top, go down. And I'm gonna go over again, and that should be good. I have my floured basket, and go ugly side up. And then you can, if you want, kind of like pinch the open parts together. Hi, Benjamin. Okay. So I have both my loaves. I'm gonna cover both of these with those bag thingies. And I'm gonna leave them out on the counter, not in the oven, probably for like a couple hours. I'll send you a picture or a video when they're where I want them to be. So I just want them to rise a little bit more in their basket. And then after that, I'll put them in the fridge overnight at least. Okay, bye. Okay, so they've done a lot of rising. Let's see, they're right at the top. So I also dusted them with a little bit of rice flour, and I'm just gonna cover them and put them in the fridge and then bake them sometime tomorrow.